Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope everyone is having a good day. What in the world? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. So I'm not using my headphones. But good afternoon. Good afternoon. About to get started. It's not going to be a long live. Hold on. I think you can. Okay, now I see the little thing moving. Lord, sorry. So, yeah, today for this live, I want to talk about liars and the different types of liars that exist. I didn't realize how many, different types of liars there were. Oh, shoot. Ain't that about a B word? Forgot something inside of the building, but whatever. Whatever. So, yeah, let's get started. Like I said, I hope everyone had a good day. Sorry for the delay. All right, so the first type of liar is occasional or quote unquote normal liars. It says most people fall into this category, telling lies for a variety of telling lies for a variety of everyday reasons. Okay. White liars, and obviously not people that are white that lie, but white liars is the first one. Says these individuals tell small, harmless lies to spare someone's feelings or avoid an uncomfortable social situation. For example, telling a friend you like their new haircut, even if you don't. Okay, I guess that's what they mean when they say little white lies. Tell little white lies. Like, yeah, I love your hair, but you don't. Because you don't want to hurt your friend's feelings. But in reality, they may be walking around with a cut or a messed up haircut. And they coming to you to tell them the truth about it. All right, we're still in the category of occasional or normal liars. Careless liars. This describes a pattern of lying out of laziness, not malice. They may not put in the effort to get the facts right, or they exaggerate to make a story more interesting without considering the impact. Okay. So a careless liar is someone who lies out of laziness, not malice. not trying to cause any harm. They just don't want to say. They don't know what they're talking about. Or do the research so that way they can know what they're talking about. All right. The last one from this occasional liar category is protective liars. This type lies to protect someone else, such as a parent lying to protect their child. Hmm. A protective liar. So you're only lying to protect somebody else, preferably a child. Okay. The second category is habitual liars. Every time I hear that word, I just start cracking up. Who you calling a bitch? Habitual liars. Well, first, let me see if anybody came in here. If not, I'm going to carry on. Carry on. Okay, I have one cloud dweller. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for coming to listen to me with your ears. I appreciate it. All right, let's carry on. Habitual liars. For these individuals, lying is a deeply ingrained and regular habit, though it does not necessarily stem from an underlying mental health condition. I don't see how. Lying is a deeply ingrained and regular habit. So you do this on a daily. Okay. So they only have two sections in the habitual liars category. First one is compulsive liars. Compulsive liars. This person lies automatically and without much thought, often about unimportant things. It is a persistent and chronic habit, and they frequently feel shame or insecurity underneath their deception. I'm just lying like we speak. It ain't nothing. Okay. All right. The second one under this category is habitual liars. So it says, similar to compulsive liars, they lie often due to an inclination to fib. I haven't heard that word in a minute, fib. He's telling fibs. They lie often due to an inclination to fib or exaggerate, but without a clear goal. The behavior can become second nature and is part of their personal character. That's scary. So you just lying just to lie. You don't even got a reason. Mm. Okay. So we went over occasional liars. We went over habitual liars. And all the little subcategories that fall underneath them. Let's see. Pathological liars. Pathological liars. What in the world? Also called mythomaniacs. I never heard that word before. Mythomaniacs. Pathological liars, also called mythomaniacs, engage in frequent elaborate lying that is often not tied to any obvious personal gain. So you're just lying and you're not even going to get nothing out of it. At least nothing that's obvious anyway. This behavior is considered a symptom of deeper psychological issues rather than a standalone disorder. Okay, let's see. What are the characteristics of a pathological liar or lies? Pathological lies are typically fantasized and dramatic. When confronted with facts, the pathological liar will often double down on their story or shift the blame. Ha. Though they can recognize the lie if confronted with hard evidence. Oh, so those are the type of liars you gotta have some proof for. Or they're gonna gaslight you into oblivion. Underlining causes. We're still talking about pathological liars. This behavior can be linked to conditions like borderline, antisocial, and narcissistic personality disorders, as well as trauma and low self esteem. There's so many different types of narcissists, too. That's a whole separate live that I would need my girl Royal D here for because she knows a bunch about narcissists. Let's see. Motivation. What is the motivation of a pathological liar? They may lie to get attention, feel important, escape reality, or fulfill an inner need for validation. That's sick. That's some sick ish, in my opinion. Good afternoon, Mr. Goodbar. How are you doing? Well, I hope. You said too many of those on this internet, in this world. That makes me not engage people. Yeah, it's scary because you don't know until you know. And even when you think you know somebody, you really don't know until you know. So you definitely got to use your discernment. And so they do it thinking they are causing harm to others. Well, they're only playing themselves. So nobody want to deal with nobody that's be lying. Let's see. Manipulative liars. And in parentheses, it says sociopathic or narcissistic. Mm. Uh-oh. Let's see. Hold on. You said all these thirsty, hurt females get hurt behind someone they won't ever meet. Well, hey, just make sure you ain't going around lying or misleading people. And then that's something you don't got to worry about. Not you, but just people in general. If you're sure to be very clear with people, hey, Eclipse, good afternoon. If you're sure to be very clear and you're not misleading people, there's really no gray areas. The problem is when people go around misleading folks or whatever you want to call it, and then they have a different set of issues. You said they do the most stalking, defaming, trying to ruin the reputations of an entity. Yeah, it's crazy. So you just really have to use your discernment and just make sure you're not out here misleading none of these ladies. Just be clear. That's all. How's your day been, Eclipse? All right. Lord, you better stop moving like that before you end up like that dude in that movie, Misery. You ever see that movie, Misery? She was obsessed with that man. Let's just say I'm ready to go home and I just got here. I dig that. I dig that. I definitely second that notion. Out of here. I tried clicking my heels a couple times, but it didn't work. Dag nabbit. Let's continue. All right. Dang, this one is in the way. In the way. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, yes, we're on to manipulative liars. Sociopathic or, no, or narcissistic. These are particularly damaging liars who use deception as a deliberate tool to control and exploit others for personal gain. Mm, okay. Sociopathic liars associated with antisocial personality disorder, for short ASPD. Lord, they got a whole disorder. These liars lack a conscience and use deceit strategically. Or they are just some old deceitful head A mofos. Lord. They can lie with ease and without remorse. And they are typically charming and intelligent, making their lies difficult to detect. They lie for self gain, control, and power, and do not care about the consequences for others. Huh. Huh. Ain't that about them, dude? I'll read this one again. Sociopathic liars associated with antisocial personality disorder. These liars lack a conscience and use deceit strategically. They can lie with ease and without remorse. They do not care. And they are typically charming and intelligent. making their lives difficult to detect. They lie for self gain, control, and power, and do not care about the consequences for others. They want to lie in peace. They just want to lie to you. No consequences. And they damn sure don't care about whatever consequences their lies cause you. Let's see. Oh, you care because you keep talking about it. I don't know what you did, Mr. Goodbar, or who you did it to, but please try to apologize. Please. Because you done found yourself stuck with a bad batch, it seems. I don't know what took place or what was said, but Lord. B, what up, though? Been listening at the gym, finally taking a little break. Hey, Cutting Edge, I hope you're getting a good workout. I was working when you went live, so, and they be hating on me, so I couldn't watch it. All right, let's see. These idiots be fighting for a wrench or a shout out, not even for financial gain. That's between them. Because, I don't know, people's priorities, uh, bless their soul, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. You say you will not? Okay, well, you, okay, Lord. Because I don't know what you did or who you did it to, but you did something. You did something, or you led someone on, and then you realize this ain't that. And obviously, you ain't know how to let them down easy. Now you got a whole other set of issues. Poor thing. Poor you. Don't bring that mess over here. You say you're no one's scapegoat. I don't know what you did. You did something, though. Lord. Let's continue. But that last one, you gotta beware of those. But how you, it's hard to even beware. Charming and intelligent. That is so crazy. Smart behind dummy. Narcissistic liars. Those with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD for short, lie to protect their fragile ego and maintain a grandiose self image. Oh, they think really big of themselves, like super highly. And there's nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself, but if you ain't it, you ain't it. Don't try to make yourself something or present yourself as something that you're not. Just be you. Their lies are intended to gain admiration, avoid accountability, and manipulate others. Uh-oh. They frequently use gaslighting, a form of lying that makes others question their own reality to maintain control. I know you lying. Let's read that again. Reread that. Narcissistic liars, those with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD for short, lie to protect their fragile ego and maintain a grandiose self image. Underswim. Their lies are intended to gain admiration, avoid accountability, and manipulate others. They frequently use gaslighting, a form of lying that makes others question their own reality to maintain control. Oh, you want to drive a bitch crazy? Oh, them type, they want to drive you crazy. They want to drive you up a wall and then be like, oh, look at her. Oh, I kept it real. I know you lying. I know you lying. Gonna drive me crazy? Hell no. You said diabolical. The question is why? Why are they worried about you? V, how long have you been around these parts? A minute. Eclipse not long because you don't have a clue. A minute, but I don't. I wasn't all up into it because I'm like, who is stalking you and what did you do? Because you did something. You did something, poor thing. Because I don't know the inner workings of all of that. It's like some telenovela ish. Poor thing. Oh, that's between y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about. Some mess. Oh yeah, nah. Don't. And stop talking about stop talking about them. You got some people you gotta just treat like they don't even exist. For real. Don't fuel the fire. And I'm sure you did something. I don't know what that something was, but apologize for what you did. Don't apologize for something you didn't do, but you did something, or you misled something or someone. Cause ain't no way, no way, Jose. Ridiculous. I don't even know who you're talking about, but Lord, I would like to think they're not. But then again, I do have cloud dwellers, like the ones that are dwelling in the clouds right now. Now I know cutting edge is at the gym, so that's why he's cloud dwelling. But I don't know who these other cloud dwellers are. And I'm sure they dwelled enough times to know that I don't like that. I told you guys that. Hold on. Apologize for what you did. You did something. Not sure what, but you did something. And you should apologize for that. Okay? That don't mean you got to deal with that person again, but if you did something, okay? What in the devil? All right. Conrad said, V, that's what it is. People always be in clouds. Comes with being on this app. I understand, but I don't like that. Go be in someone else's clouds. I told you I'm not pressed for what they call it, watch hours. I think that's strange and unusual behavior. Ew. Oh, Mr. Goodbar. V is the person in the say what you want and watching me video. Hmm. On whose page though? V, people like to watch my news so they report on me. Like that's kind of do anything. Well, I'm not even claiming that because that's crazy. And I don't want no crazy. No parts of crazy. That's a shame. I don't know what did you do? Oh my goodness. All right. So we went over manipulative liars, which covered sociopathic liars and narcissistic liars. The next one is self-deceivers. Self-deceivers. Some people lie to themselves, distorting facts or their own values. That's definitely not healthy. Delusional liars. This person lies to themselves. And I think, who was it? I think F&M did a live about people that are delusional. This person lies to themselves about facts to reconcile contradictory beliefs and avoid cognitive dissonance. Dissonance. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. Delusional liars. This person lies to themselves about facts to reconcile contradictory beliefs and avoid cognitive dissonance. So they just on their own little mind, coming up with their own conclusions. Demoralized liars. I did not realize how many different liars, and this is the last one. And there's probably more, but I don't even have time. Demoralized liars. These individuals lie to themselves about their own values and integrity. That's a crazy space to find yourself in. So, Fudge. So we done went over a few different types of liars. And I think the one that takes the cake for me is, let's see, the narcissistic liar. Because you're not about to drive me crazy. That is so, that's so interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Mika. Good afternoon. Yeah, I think that narcissistic liar takes the cake for me. Because if you say one thing, right, like you selling a mofo dream, all this other stuff, and somebody buys into that, and then when they get upset because they found out you was lying and didn't react the way that you would want them to react, now we just gonna say that bitch is crazy or she lying. Lying on my name, lying on my name. You lying on my name. Lord. Well, don't get yourself in trouble, Mr. Goodbar, and you need to apologize for whatever part of that you had in that. You need to really reflect and think back. Think back. I don't know what you did, but there ain't no way. Ed said, I hear ya. That's just what it is. That's what you call a nutcase. Eclipse said. He said, I'm tired of those. Yeah, like there's no way. Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, because you said the accent cut. Because that's how people really be coming. Like they will really sit here and have somebody believe in something, right? Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, this and that. Have people wasting their time and their energy, right? And it'd be a full facade. So then if you snap, oh, they lying on me. They go around lying on me. And blah 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 and blah blah blah. I hear you. And not everybody makes conscious efforts to work on themselves. So people really need to keep that in mind when they going around selling dreams to people, right? Just to be lying because it suited them in the moment. Make sure your intentions is pure when you're out here dealing with people. That's all. Just keep it a bean, like a full bean, okay? And go from there. You said that accent. Lying on me. Let me see. You said, we know what's done is done. Okay, don't apologize, Mr. Goodbar. Okay, don't apologize. But I've been seeing some of your posts. You being mean. Don't engage. Okay. But they say don't fan a fire. Let that bitch die out. No, nobody's been lying on me. Thank God. I'm sure that I probably already know who you talk about without knowing who you talking about, which is terrible. You need to fix it. Gotta fix it. But nah, if you're supposed to leave it alone then, baby. I don't know what to tell you. That's just wild work. But nah, I don't have them type of problems. Thank God, because I don't go around here selling dreams to folks. I'm very genuine with mines. I'm very genuine with mines. My word is bond. Everybody's word is not bond, and that's annoying. If I say it's this, it's this. If it's that, it's that. If it's not that, then it's not that. You know? And then what was the other type of liar that I who's that other one I went over when they were talking about how the type of liar don't care the effect that their lies can have. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's the sociopathic liar. And do not care about the consequences for others. Listen, people really just don't care. Some people don't care. I don't want to talk about it. But I've been working on myself, so I don't want to re-snap. But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of that. And if you weren't already aware of the types of liars that I went over, you are now. It's good to be in the know. It's definitely good to be in the know. And y'all know I encourage people to do their own separate research as well. You said from under a rock, like out the woodwork. Lord. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But yeah, I hope everybody that hears this with their ears got something out of this. Did you guys get anything out of this live? The ones that are in here? And hopefully the cloud dwellers did too. He said, good live. I couldn't really type. Appreciate it. The guy says, yup, good. So it's definitely good to be in the know. And I'm sure there, like I said, I'm sure there's way more different types. I wouldn't even be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. No, he didn't go on his sabbatical yet. He will be soon. But basically, he's supposed to have been went on his sabbatical. That's my nigga if he don't get no bigger. But yeah, he's working on a project with F&M. And then once he finishes that, then he said he's gonna go on his sabbatical for the rest of the year. The reality is lies has always existed. It has caused never-ending cycle. Catastrophe has history, has shown, and will continue. It is human flaw that will always be. For sure. You just need to have the ability to identify. So then that way people can make an educated decision to move how they want to move. You know? But I'm getting out of here. I'm glad you guys were able to get something from this live. Hopefully anybody that hears it will. I definitely appreciate you guys coming and engaging. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I'm out of here. Bye.